you got 700 people to pick up in just a matter of a couple days and start working remotely. Let's talk about the team experience for them. First of all, a lot of companies are talking about the working remote versus working back in the office. They can't wait to get back in the office because they're losing so much productivity, and it's more frustrating. And there's, the aggravations of working remotely with internet connections or distractions in your house and all that stuff. And yet, I think from what you're telling me in your stories of how your offices are actually doing, they're as productive remotely as they were. Is that still true? And does that seem like a surprise to you?
Well, in some cases, they're even more productive. I think if you think, by the way, dinosaurs like me, I always have been kind of an anti-work from home person because I always felt like we could be more productive. This COVID-19 experience has opened my eyes to the opportunity of having people working remotely more often. We put together, we were concerned about that. So the first, not everybody is as productive, but by and large, I think we have a very, very productive, and we know we do. We've actually asked our clients, we did surveys, and we are doing surveys weekly on our productivity levels, but we're also empirically measuring our throughput and what our people are doing and how effective they are working from home. And so we've got some real data that we're comparing to prior to the COVID-19 to today, and we're showing that we are actually more productive in most cases and as productive in others. So that was a real surprise to me because I didn't expect to see that. But when you think about certain things, for example, many of our people rely on public transportation to get to work, and many of them have an hour plus long commute.
Oh, wow.
Well, if you think about that, they actually roll out of bed now and go right into their office, which could be in the same room in some of these locations.
Yeah.
And if they need to do something, they think of something at 7 o'clock in the evening, they go right to the computer and get it done. So just the fact that they're not commuting saves time, but also, we all have the coffee around the coffee bar in the morning and talk about last night's football game or a movie or whatever. And we kind of have a Silicon Valley-ish type feel to our development center. So we have PlayStations and video games that they play during breakout time and whatnot. So all that's gone. Now they're at home working from home and they don't have the ability to, which there are some negatives to that from a social perspective, which we can talk about, but from a productivity standpoint, we've been very, very, very pleasantly surprised, and so have our clients.
Yeah, the one thing we missed in the whole business continuity plan was the effect of the dog and the children on productivity. So
that's a tough one,
I guess we're gonna have to make an adjustment to that.
Yeah. Well, and I know, Chris, we've had calls and you've had the kids and the dog in the other room, and, I've got the kids and the dog here. If you hear a bark in the middle of this podcast, that's because I'm in my home office, right? It's just how we have to, these are adjustments we have to make.